Hey, good morning, guys. It's Donald and Mary, and we're here to bring you your morning weather, water, and trail chatter report. This morning, we're going to talk about the water and weather situation down here in North Georgia for the section of the Appalachian Trail section that runs through here, and then we're going to talk about some Great Smoky Mountain National Park closures, bear warnings, and other things that are going up there. And the closures are like shelters, campsites, and road closures. And then we are going to talk about Charles Hush, the missing hiker, or the hiker that went missing on Blood Mountain on November 11th on Veterans Day. He has been missing for over 2 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks actually tomorrow. And so they shut the search and rescue down about last week, right?
Yeah, last Monday.
Okay, and so they are now stepping it up, though. The family members and the firm, the
law firm.
legal firm, law firm that he worked, his partners, yada, yada, yada. They are forming a special team to step it up a notch. And they are coming back out here with drones and other things to step it up a notch, like I was saying, and continue the search for Charles. So we'll talk about that too. Okay. Anyways, go ahead, Mary. Take that away, man.
Thank you, Donald.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everybody. Right now in Blairsville, it's 35 degrees and mostly cloudy. We are looking at a high of 48 today, mainly cloudy with 5 to 10 mile per hour winds, and then 37 tonight. It will be cloudy with periods of rain, and there is some potential for heavy rainfall, 5 to 10 mile per hour winds with a 100% chance of rain. On Blood Mountain today, 40 for a high, mostly cloudy with 5 to 10 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 20. And then tonight, 34 degrees, rising to 38 overnight. There will be rain showers and it will be cloudy. 10 to 15 mile per hour winds with gusts up to 25 and 100% chance of rain. 1 to 2 inches of rainfall is possible. Let's make sure with the higher winds, we're watching for those loose limbs and branches before we set up our camp so that we can be safe out there. Water is good for the most part on the trail. Top off at Hawk Mountain Shelter, Lance Creek, Slaughter Creek. You just have to follow it all the way down about 0.6. You will get water there. And then Neal Gap, top off there because Neal to Hogpen is dry. Hogpen does have water. You just have to follow that blue blaze all the way down to the very last one. And then Dix Creek Gap is getting dry, but it still has water. Move those leaves around and you'll still be able to get a water supply there. And let's remember to keep your water filters warm. Some of them will freeze this time of year. Sleep with them at night. Hike with them close to your body during the day. All right, Great Smoky Mountain National Park, bear closures, campsites 19 and 82, and all the trails and shelters are open. Bear warnings are campsite 71, Gatlinburg Trail, Cataract Falls Trail, and Cove Mountain Trail. Let's remember to leave no trace if we brought it in, bring it out, and let's remember to properly store and dispose of food and other items. All right, so now, as of 11/30/2025, which was yesterday, Sunday, US 441, Newfound Gap Road, Foothills Parkway West, the new section between Walland and Wares Valley, and Foothills Parkway East, they are all closed at the moment due to ice and snow. And then Kawohe Road is closed for the season. It's expected to reopen April 1st of 2026. So Newfound Gap Road, you can go through throughout the year, but it does close, like we just stated, for snow and ice. And it can close in the summertime even for high winds. So we'll keep everybody posted on when that reopens again. All right, Donald, I'm going to turn it over to you now, talk about some other things that are going on out and around us.
All right, sweet. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, so it is 6:13 a.m. on December 1st, 2025. I want to start by reading an article that I posted last night about Charles Hush, the 67-year-old hiker that went missing on Blood Mountain. All right, and so the family launches new phase in search of missing Dallas hiker. Attorney and SMU professor Dallas. The family of missing Dallas attorney, the SMU adjunct law professor Charles Hush, 67, is refusing to give up hope. And they are now launching a new, highly organized phase of the search. Hosh vanished on Veterans Day while hiking near the Byron Herbert Reese Trail in the mountains of northern Georgia. It's an area he knew well, but 2 weeks of intense searching ended when Union County officials paused their official efforts on November 24th. His family, however, is just getting started. His daughter, Julia Hosh Singh, says they've brought in professional project managers to lead and coordinate the next steps. The family will meet with Union County officials on Monday, which is today, for a full briefing on everything that's been done so far and what gaps the new team can fill. We've worked with the sheriff and the fire chief to locate two people who will, we've worked with the sheriff and fire chief to locate two people who will help us manage the search in the search in the coming weeks, Julia said. Their job may have paused, but ours hasn't. Julia says the last few days have been brutal for their mother, Beth. Forced to make decisions no spouse should ever face. You don't have confirmation they died. You don't have confirmation they're still here. Watching my mother navigate that is heartbreaking. To keep the search alive, the family has launched BringCharlesHome.com, linked to his Dallas law firm. They are also testing new drone technology, hoping fresh eyes and new tools will reveal something earlier searches missed. There we go, guys. So they are coming back out here, and it sounds like they're coming out with new ideas, full force, and they've got some people that are
specifically
that's right. They
trained in this to help assist.
That's right, dude. They are it's like special forces, man. They're coming in and stepping up the search, and hopefully they find something to give them some answers, because I can't even imagine for even a moment what the family and friends are going through right now. So
that's right.
Oh yeah, man. Not knowing where your husband, father, friend is, dude, just disappeared, man, off the face of the planet, man, with no trace at all, man. That would keep me that would keep me up at night for sure, man. I have less problems that keep me up at night. I can't even imagine what this would do to me. Probably eat a hole right through my stomach, man.
We should all continue to keep our eyes and ears open and remember that any little bit of information matters.
That's right, dude. I was thinking about going up and maybe lending a hand. Maybe get a few friends together that know the area.
Doesn't hurt.
We'll see. Maybe it will hurt because they're looking, to have a place that's clean and people wandering around, and who knows, man. We'll find out more as time passes.
That's right.
All right, and so I wanted to read this article also. This is another article, actually. New nonprofit joins search for missing Texas attorney near Blood Mountain. This is from November 30th of 2025. So Union County, Georgia, the family of 67-year-old attorney and law professor Charles Hush, who vanished while hiking Blood Mountain earlier this month, says a new nonprofit search team will join efforts to find him beginning Monday, which is today, once again. And so what we know, the added support comes roughly a week after officials called off the formal search for the Dallas-based attorney. One nonprofit group is already conducting searches using K9 units, drones, and ground teams, according to a website dedicated to finding Hush. The newly added nonprofit will expand the number of search teams covering the area. The backstory: Hush was last seen on November 11th while descending the Byron Herbert Reese Trail along the Appalachian Trail. He had reached the summit and even spoke with a ham radio operator before heading back down. Witnesses reported seeing him on trail, but search teams have found no trace of him since. Nearly 100 responders participated in the original search, including K9 units, helicopters, drones, and specialized crews navigating steep, hazardous terrain. Last week, dogs briefly picked up a scent that allowed crews to narrow the search of the area, but no additional clues were found. According to the website dedicated to finding Hush, the family's efforts have not stopped even after the official search ended. Dig deeper. Hush, originally from Gainesville, is an adjunct professor at the Southern Methodist University's Dedman School of Law and lifelong hiker familiar with the Blood Mountain Trail system. I think that's going to be it. I think this is kind of put together by maybe some AI. Yeah. I didn't read that one thoroughly first. Sorry, guys. I mean, it's on target, man, but a few of it, of course, is, the AI stuff where they're pulling from places.
But they're definitely still looking, and I think that's the most important thing we can gather from all of the information. And let's hope that with the added searchers and this dedicated team, let's hope that they find some information.
Yeah, hopefully, dude. Hopefully, man. All we can do is pray for
That's right.
for the best, man.
That's right.
And like Mary was saying, definitely if anyone has any information, even if you think it's not worth telling, tell it anyways.
That's
it doesn't hurt. It's not going to hurt to give information. It hurts to keep information. So anyways, all right. So let's read this one here. So we have a Tupper Laker rescued from Ampersand Mountain. And he slipped and fell on ice, had no winter traction gear. And the reason I'm reading this is because these people were completely unprepared. Forest rangers with the State Department of Environmental Conservation responded to several rescue calls throughout the Adirondacks in late November, as well as participating in the gondola evacuation training and assisting with the supplies fly into the remote West Canada Lakes wilderness. Two of the rescue calls involved a lack of preparation, with hikers either not having proper winter gear or a source of light. And one was a call for hypothermia that did not appear to be severe, as the hiker was spending the night in the backcountry with a group and had recovered and was in good condition when rangers made contact the next day. So forgotten flashlight leads to late night rescue. So Ray Brook Dispatch received a call for an overdue hiker on Potter Mountain at 7:10 p.m. on Saturday, November 22nd. The reporting party indicated the hiker's car was still at the trailhead and they had not had any contact since 1 p.m. that day. Forest rangers located the subject in good health off the short swing trail about 9:50 p.m. The 78-year-old from Ticonderoga forgot to pack a flashlight and had a tough time finding the trail in the dark. Scary, man. Hiker recovers from hypothermia scare in the high peaks. Newcomb, Essex County 911 requested forest ranger assistance with a hiker suffering from hypothermia while hiking Couchsach Raga Peak in the Santanoni Range at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday, November 22nd. Rangers contacted the hiking party via cell phone and advised them to rehydrate with warm liquids, rewarm the subject, and attempt to keep moving. The hikers were making their way to Bradley Pond Lean-To for an overnight stay. Rangers made positive contact with the hikers at noon on Sunday, November 23rd, who said they were all in good health and required no further assistance. Couchsach Raga is one of the most isolated high peaks. Not only is it far into the backcountry, its summit is 7.2 miles from the nearest trailhead, but much of its routes follows an unmarked trail, and in order to get to it, hikers must first climb to the approximately 4,300 foot pass between Panther and Santanoni peaks that descend to a 3,500 foot col between that and the Couchsach Raga, before reascending another 300 plus feet to the Couchsach Raga's summit. These factors serve to hinder and potentially delay rescue efforts if needed on Couchsach Raga, emphasizing the importance of hikers being prepared before venturing into the backcountry. I may have tore that word up a few times, that name, but it's almost right, probably, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, Harrietstown Ray Brook Dispatch received a call from a hiker with an unstable ankle injury at the summit of Ampersand Mountain at 5:10 p.m. on Friday, November 21st. Forest Ranger Matthew Adams spoke to the subject over the phone. The hiker was not wearing any traction devices and fell on an icy section of the trail. At 6:50 p.m., Forest Rangers reached the 54-year-old from Tupper Lake, splinted the injured ankle, provided pain medication and warm liquids, and used a hypothermic wrap. 9 rangers used a sled to transport the patient to the trailhead. A family member drove the hiker to the hospital. Resources were clear at midnight. Video part of the rescue is available to download at tinyurl.com/YC85X36A. Rangers remind hikers to be aware of the weather conditions. Even if it's relatively warm at the trailhead, there is snow and ice at higher elevations. So definitely, guys, you gotta definitely prep yourselves for any type of weather right now, especially up north, man. It may be warm during the day, man, but wait till night or wait a few hours and the weather will change. That's just how it is, man. I grew up in the Northeast, so.
I think a really good example of the weather changing anywhere is, when you look at Mount Washington.
Sure.
You can be nice and pleasant down at the bottom, and then by the time you get up to the top, you've got a blizzard, and who else knows what's going on?
That's right, man.
Excuse me 1 second.
Yeah.
I'll take care of this.
Sorry about that, guys. That's some bread. All right, and so I want to read one more rescue just because this is another one of those, and it's a short one, but these cats were unprepared also. All right, so Seaside, Oregon, a hiker stranded on a narrow ridge at Saddle Mountain State Park was rescued during a complex operation involving multiple agencies on November 29th around 2 p.m. Cannon Beach fire crews along with Gearhart and Hamlet volunteer fire departments and Clatsop County Sheriff's Office search and rescue responded to the situation. The hiker was found 1.5 miles up the trail, 40 feet above a knife-edge ridge. The U.S. Coast Guard attempted a helicopter rescue, but had to abort due to poor visibility. Cannon Beach Fire's rope rescue team then had to rescue the hiker using a high-angle rope. A rescuer rappelled down to the hiker, secured him with a harness, and lowered him to safety. The operation involved 13 personnel. It ended at 8:20 p.m. Authorities remind hikers to stay on the main trails and carry essential gear. So the story is this dude went off trail and he got himself into a pickle, and then he needed to call for rescue because he didn't have the proper gear. There's more to it, man, but anyways, that's definitely happening a lot out here these days, man. So I like to read this stuff, man, because it keeps us all reminded of it.
Right.
Things can get hairy in the matter of seconds, man, no matter what, man, no matter how prepared you are. But at least you're prepared if you have the right stuff and you think ahead and plan ahead and plan for the worst. You know what I mean? Pack for the worst. So, all right. And so I want to end that there. Let's go ahead and talk about what we've done in the last few days, which is about nothing. It's been really slow and quiet, which is usually what happens around this time of year. We do have some calls coming in for next year. We have had some people calling. We are building a itinerary for a customer that's coming from March.
And I did just send off option 1.
You did?
I went over
All right,
that
sweet.
this morning, gave the options.
Okay.
And I said, of course, I'm ready for any input on their end because it is their hike, but they
sure.
do trust us to plan what's best for them. And I gave them all the information they needed. Now I'm waiting to hear back because I'm going to go look at another option because there are multiple
Right.
options to give.
Right. And plus, she can change up, or
That's
they can
right.
change up their schedule
That's
because we have multiple drivers at that time of the year. We got Sly here, we got Jordan, Mary, and then I'm on the phone. So, and then we have other people we can we can call in to assist us if this person or the group needs to get off trail, and not just them, any group. So
That's right.
yeah, so anyways, that's what we have going on, man. And today is going to be a super slow day too, I think it's the first, so it's bill day, so gotta go and shovel money over to other people.
Yes.
Anyway, anyways, yeah, that's what we have going on. So that's about it, man. Did you have anything that you would like to add to today?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Sweet, man. All right, guys, if anyone needs anything at all, give us a jingle. We're here for you. One love, man. Peace. Thanks.